Hello, my name is Michael Garrick, and this is PoppinCulture Movie Reviews. My guest today is Chris Mohead. He's a singer, rapper, and owner of Hilo Arts. Thank you so much for coming on to the movie review.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
Alright. The movie that we'll be reviewing is Black Panther. Chris chose the movie. Before we get into it, this will be a 100% spoiler review. Before we start spoiling the movie, do you think they should watch it?
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Watch Black Panther. Watch it 3 times, man.
I agree with Chris. It's a great film.
Yeah.
Definitely, you should check it out. Everything past this point is 100% spoilers. Chris, I'll let you start off.
Well, Black Panther for me, before we even get into like how the actual movie is, because I know a lot of people saw a lot of flaws with the movie. Biggest thing for me was the representation, because I've never in my life seen black people represented as like royalty on such a high level, for my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like, to the point, the movie is starring a African king with an afro, a nappy afro. You know what I'm saying? They have a woman who, she has a buzz cut or whatever, and she feels offended by having a wig on with straight hair and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Lupita's character with the twists and everything like that. I just think it's important to see that, you know what I'm saying? Especially on such a high level. Like, yeah, I think it's beautiful, man. I think it's a great film. Like, it inspired me for real.
Brother, don't let no one, because I've heard that too. There's it's a mediocre story, it's
Yeah.
nothing different. I'm like, look, if y'all can apply all these horrible mediocre movies,
Yeah.
then this movie is great.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
don't.
It's an action film. Like, it's an action film with a great message, man.
Yeah,
That's what it's about.
Yeah, let us be just good.
Yeah.
And, because I've seen movies that win awards and be like, really, this is it?
Right.
Like, this is our, wow, that's it? This is our award. This is our,
Yeah.
before we get into the movie, do you remember the commercials before it came out?
Yeah. I remember the first trailer, man, with the
During NBA Finals.
well, I just remember the song that was playing.
Yeah.
Step into the spotlight. Woo! I never forget that jump, man. I was hyped.
Yeah, they couldn't get Busta Rhymes, so they got
They got Run the Jewels.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
And it was a great. It had everybody hype, and it was just cool to see. Like Marvel
Yeah.
definitely put their money there.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, man. That was just a great time to be alive, man, for real. Like, it was just exciting to see that. It was, I don't know, it just kind of put something inside of me, like, man, we could really do this. Like, whatever it is, I don't know. It was on par with I'm saying a lot. It was on par with having a black president to me. We can be president, we could be billion-dollar movie stars, you know what I'm saying? We could be anything. Yeah. And we don't got to change how we look. We don't have to. You don't have to cut your hair. You don't have to have a low haircut or dress a certain way or anything like that. Be yourself, man. Appreciate your culture. That's what I took from it. Yeah.
I love this movie so much. I have a small head. I have a very small head. I grew an afro because I was like, I just want to.
Yeah.
I want to be as black as possible. And then I realized with a small head, you shouldn't have an afro. I'm talking about. I look like a cotton ball in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it just did not look right.
When I saw that movie, I had a bald fade, and I said, I'm never going to cut my hair again after seeing that, and here we are.
I didn't have the determination. If I had just waited 2 more months, we'd probably be in the same boat. But
Yeah.
I was just like, this. I look like a Q-tip in here. I did not.
Yeah, that movie meant a lot to me, man. Even to the point where I was like, man, my son has to be named something that means something royal. Like, it has to be.
Oh yeah. If I have a stepson now, but if I have a biological son,
yeah,
ooh, he gonna have a black name. His name gonna be Black. He may never get employed, but he gonna be. They gonna know.
He gonna get employed, man. He gonna get employed.
Oh yeah,
We got a billionaire. We got a billionaire with dreads now too, man. Like, that's incredible. I'm sorry, that's not the movie, but yeah.
One last thing before we get into the film, guys. Also, do you know they shot majority of this movie at Tyler Perry Studios?
Did they?
Yep.
I didn't even know that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was in. I don't know where I thought it was. Well, it is in Atlanta though, so yeah, I knew it was in Atlanta.
Majority,
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Majority was filmed in Tyler Perry Studios.
Wow.
So not only did they show black people, they also paid a black man just so they can film it.
Man, straight up, that's amazing, dude. I love it.
Yes,
I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how'd you feel about the cast?
I thought everybody was perfectly cast. As Marvel usually does. Like, I'm a huge Marvel fan, so that's probably why it meant a lot to me. I think T'Challa, you know, is incredibly sad, you know, that he had to leave us. I think everybody did wonderful. I hate they killed off Killmonger. I wish he would have been able to come back in the sequel.
Well, they never showed him die, so you never know. You know how Marvel does.
You're right. He can always come back. And then they talking about the multiverse and things like that. He can always come back in a different form.
Yes. So. And Chris brought, oh man, T'Challa, his name Chris
Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick, thank you so much. Man, Chadwick played Jackie Robinson. He played I forget. He played
Thurgood
James
Marshall,
Brown.
James Brown.
Thurgood Marshall. That one, you know.
Yeah.
I think even he said, like, his family wanted him to play Thurgood Marshall. But I
That's
think,
what he said?
Yeah, because he was like, yeah, that guy's kind of yellow. But yeah, man,
you're right. I thought that when I saw it, too.
Yeah, but he,
like,
you know.
he turned light skin for it.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah, he got a tan. But yeah, he played Jackie Robinson. He played James Brown. And Marvel was like, you know what? Black people think he looks like that many black people. We should make him. We'll make him T'Challa.
Make him the face of black people.
Yeah, because he's already played 3 of them. Like, if we want their money, this is where we go.
Yeah.
Denzel's too old. Let's get him. But he definitely nailed it.
Yeah, Wesley's too old.
Wesley didn't pay his taxes at that time.
So
they was like,
he's a criminal. Can't use him.
Damn.
You know any other black people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you like their accents?
I thought that was a perfect that's another thing too when you talk about representation, because I had read somewhere that originally they were gonna have European accents, like they were gonna come like talking like kings and queens, like that would have been horrible. That would have been terrible. Like, doesn't make sense.
That's definitely a white person's idea.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why you gotta have black people in the office. Like, whoa.
Yeah, and they did. They asked a black person. And speaking to the director, man,
Ryan Coogler,
bruh, he don't even try to like code switch or anything like that. He be in the interviews like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, dog. So you know, I filmed it. I did. You know what I'm saying? He don't try to like. I think that's important too.
That is his voice too.
Yes.
You ever caught him when he stutters?
Nah,
man. Yeah. He tried to say trouble.
Oh man.
When I say the guy interview him, like I ain't that professional. The guy interview him was like he let him go for 15 seconds. I would have been like, hey, trouble. Like, I got you. Yeah. Come on, let's got you. It's It's too close to Black History Month.
But I think that's real important, man, because there's so many people out here who talk like that, who feel like I won't be able to, I'm gonna just have to work at McDonald's or something like that. They see this dude making $1 billion film, and they're like, I can do anything, man.
He's young.
Yeah.
He's young. We did Fruitfield Station. He was 23.
Yeah, bro. He just hit like 30. He's young. Is beautiful, man. It's dope.
Yes. The backtrack just a little bit. You said you follow Marvel, so to see him, Black Panther and Captain America: Winter Soldier, losing his father in that movie, to see him in this movie where like now he has to turn into king, to become the king of Wakanda. Do you think that transition was done well?
Yeah. I think there was like some timeline discrepancies there, but I think other than that, I think it was a good I think that was I mean, yeah. I think it was done well.
Nice.
Yeah. I think it shows that's something that's relatable, to a lot of people, getting thrust into a position of power and not knowing, not being completely ready for it, but having to put your pants up and do it, Yes. I think that's important.
Besides, of course, Thanos, I feel like Killmonger has been the best villain so far.
Oh yeah,
in Marvel.
Oh yeah, because he's really not the villain. No, to be honest, the villain of the movie is T'Challa's father. Yep. If you really think about it, he's the only one who did who had bad intentions with what he was doing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody else was like reacting to what he did. So
yeah, and it was just that it was you're right. Like he was the one that was like it's hard to be a good king. Like it's hard to be a good man and a good king. I'm paraphrasing, but that was just they explained that so well throughout the story. Like that it's way easier to be a bad guy and be a king than it is to be Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, Killmonger was a product of his environment, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a message in that too. You put me in a bad environment, take away my father. How you expect me to act?
Yeah, like I've worked too hard to give up now. So once he gets there, it's like, of course I'm gonna wreak havoc.
Exactly. Yeah.
When it came to the orb, not orb, but the stuff he had to drink.
Oh, the herb, heart shaped herb.
The
Yeah,
heart shaped herb. You been in Louisiana?
I haven't.
Oh, you should go for Mardi Gras, man. You and your dad have a good time.
Oh,
You
yeah.
dating?
You say what?
Are you like in a relationship?
I'm married.
You married?
Yep, married.
I'm about okay. Well, I went when I was single. Don't go. It's not, you don't want to go to you don't want to go to Mardi Gras when you're in a relationship and married. But like I swear, man, I had a shot down there. You know they do that voodoo stuff down there.
Oh no,
I had a shot. I swear I felt the same way.
you took the heart shaped herb.
I forgot what they called it, but maybe that's it. But like that's all I can think of when I saw the movie. But when you saw the scenes where they go to like the other plane or whatever or assistance, how do you feel like that was done?
I thought that was I thought it was done well. You know, I thought yeah, I think it was done pretty well. Their religion isn't really I don't want to get into like religion and stuff like that, but I think a lot of
We can skip it.
Yeah.
I just thought it looked boring. Like, man,
You thought it looked boring?
Yeah, man. Like, I got to be around these relatives all week. Like, this is it.
One thing I will say about Marvel, they're good with like. You said it looked boring. You get to be a Panther. You get to run around. I guess. I mean, that's cool. But
You got 2 good days, and then you're like, oh man, this is it.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think Marvel's not that great with making their locations that like exciting. You know what I'm saying? Like they focus on character a lot, but like the locations don't always be. You know, I think Wakanda could have been way more like they could have went way more into like I don't know the different ins and outs of Wakanda.
I get it though. An hour and 30 minutes. It's like we can't explain everything.
Yeah,
Give us time. You know.
Yeah, true.
That's true.
Yeah.
When it came to Claw, the semi-villain of the movie, how do you feel like his introduction, going from Age of Ultron, and then to now, when you finally see like that arm after it just got chopped off?
I thought that was cool. I thought it was cool because he was like Black Panther's like arch villain.
Yep.
Yeah, so I thought it was cool to see his backstory and back to Marvel. I love how they'll give somebody a backstory in another film and it's kind of like the people who saw it, they know their history, but you can still watch Black Panther and appreciate it for what it is. But if you saw Age of Ultron, then you have a different appreciation for it. Yeah. You know, but I thought it was great, man. I thought his arm looked weird and I thought he was a great villain. Like he was funny and everything. He wasn't over the top. He wasn't goofy or anything like that. He was just having fun.
That was my first time seeing him act. Like every time I've seen him before, he's been a monkey. Motion capture.
Yeah,
so to see him like really act, it was like, oh, this guy's good.
Right. And if you think about it, I mean, acting like a monkey, that's pretty hard too. I mean, he was what King Kong. He was Gollum. Caesar.
He was Gollum.
Yeah, he was Gollum.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, he was Gollum, bro making money.
I've been in the game for a long time. Yeah. He's like, y'all don't never need to know how I really look.
Exactly. Yeah,
okay.
That's why he's a good actor too, though.
Yeah, he is. I was very surprised he Killmonger kill him. That was the scene where it was like, oh, when he killed the girlfriend, I was like, yeah, he gonna get this other guy.
Yeah. I was like, man, I don't know. I wish they would have kept him around a little bit longer, but hey, they got a plan. So yeah, I'm a fan. I'm along for the ride. Yeah,
exactly. It's like it can only be one villain. And, and if we had to judge, that would be the better villain. Yeah. Backtrack one more time. The scene when you first see Killmonger in the movie, I think that's a very powerful scene. A scene that needed to be in there to emphasize like about it was stolen.
Yeah, man. That's because that's something a lot of people need to know. Like so much of our culture was stolen from us, even to this day, like it's taken from us and we just kind of, accept it and move on. But he was like, how do you think your ancestors got it? You think they paid a fair price? Yeah, I thought that was right. I think he had a good point, with a lot of things. Just his ways of going about things were a little bit extreme. Yeah. I mean, she didn't steal it. Come on, dude. I just work here.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true. So we get towards the fight scenes, and I think this is what most people have a problem with. Yeah. Do you think it was too much CGI, or do you think it was just right? Oh, okay.
Absolutely. Especially coming from Civil War, man. Civil War, the fight scenes were like, it's so easy to follow. You could tell it was an actual person doing it. You know what I'm saying? You could really keep up with like the fight scenes. They should have got the same. Well, I can't say should. I mean, I couldn't direct it, but it would have been cool to see the the same fight choreographer from Civil War because Black Panther was, he was He was fighting in that movie. They was throwing hands.
I think the big problem comes from Captain America was in the daytime, those bright lights. It's you can't hide anything.
Yeah.
With Black Panther, most of it was at night, and the costumes are already black, so it's like you only get so much you can be able to see it.
Yeah, I will say though the fight scenes on the waterfall were pretty good, and the even the chase scene was decent, but the Underground Railroad scene was the one. Like it looked like a PlayStation 2 cut scene or something like that.
Yeah, that was yeah, that's when like the money was out. They was like, look, this is the best we can do is rendered. All we want. You want to save us more money? No, all right, this is it. Put it out there.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll connect with the rest of it. Yeah.
They will. Make it quick.
And it was quick, man. But it sucks, man, because I was so excited to see like where the story was gonna go next and what they were gonna do with T'Challa. But and I kind of went through like different stages of grief when it was like, his sister's gonna be the new Black Panther, and I was like, no, I was mad, like, I need that, and it's my king, but gotta accept it. Yeah. But I'm excited now. I'm excited to see where they go with it.
Yes. This isn't being racist at all, guys, but do you think it was smart to just have one character, like two white characters in the movie?
Yeah, I think it was tight, man. Like I said, it's a $1 billion movie. They spent like $200 million on that movie, and it's an all black cast. Like that's a huge risk. That's not something that people do ever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And they were like, if we're gonna be true to this story and this character, we're not gonna. It's gonna be 90%. Black cast, and we'll throw two. I don't know if they actively were like, we're gonna throw two white people in there to make it.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, you shouldn't have a bunch of white people in Wakanda. Like, once you get to Wakanda, you should not have a bunch of white people.
Yeah, exactly, man. And I think and the people they used weren't like shoehorned in. Like they made sense for the story.
Yeah, they had history of being in Marvel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I thought that was smart. Yeah,
nice. How'd you like the pacing?
I thought it was well paced, actually. I thought it was. And when I first saw it, because I was in theaters, I think I was a little bored in the first act, like before the scene in Korea. I think it was a little, it got a little slow, but watching it back, I understand, like, it was a setup, Yeah, I think the scene in Korea was like the big I think that's where like the money went. The whole scene from the casino fight to the car chase. I think that's where, that's what they were really trying to get across.
Nice. This movie had a lot of messaging, like we talked about earlier. But my favorite message was definitely be that quote. And still, I believe it's a famous quote. The end of the movie where Killmonger says he'd rather, die like his ancestors than be in bondage. Like that's very strong. Like that was a strong way to end for a villain. That was a strong way to end a movie.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm.
There's no way to go around it. So 1 through 10, what would you give this movie?
I would give it a strong 9. I'd give it a 9. If the fight scene, if they would have just, had a better. I like the whole parallel, the Underground Railroad and everything like that. But I don't know. I think they could have came up with a more creative fight scene for the end. And other than that, though, I love the movie. Oh,
yeah, I'm giving it a 10. Very biased, super biased, mad biased. Why'd you give it a 10? Black.
Black. Yeah.
And look, straight face, black. All right,
straight up. It was a phenomenon, man. Yeah. The world, man, the whole world was into this movie.
Yes. This is a very dumb question, but I had to ask my guest. Do you believe that this movie has become a part of pop culture?
Yeah. It was nominated for Best Picture, my guy. Like it's surpassed Black culture. Is what I'm saying? It's American, history at this point. Film history. Nice. I love it.
Nice, man. Well, thank you again for coming on to the movie review. Is there anything you'd like to say to your fans?
Hey, see Black Panther, and if you already saw it, watch it again, man. Like you didn't appreciate it enough. No, I'm playing. It's a great movie, man. I'm excited to see what's. I think they're about to start filming the sequel soon too, so that's cool. Check me out, man. Check my stuff out. Chris Mohead, Hollow Art. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Yeah, we're out here.
Cool. All right, man. Thank you so much for coming on, and you guys have an amazing day.